Sergio as France versus Spain is going underway here as what should be a close affair, at least we would think, but Spain having to change up their lineup a bit. No Alex Sony, a big factor for the two. Will this have too much of a factor for them? Hello, Jake. Welcome alongside with me as we are casting over the France versus Spain match now. And for now, this is going to be seeming to be quite the match considering that Alex Sony won't be around for them. What do you think of the Spain roster without Alex Sony?
I still think they have a pretty decent team, to be honest.
Yeah.
Looks like they've got Luigi on playing today, as he didn't play against UK. But he's still a really strong player for them.
Okay, and yeah, as well as Sergio. I know Sergio does have the potential to be very good for them, but I think he hasn't been playing too much, and I think this is going to be France bolting out to a top 6 start right now. Spain in the back right now. They're going to have to do something about this. We do see 2 of the Spanish members back there way in the back, and because Sergio right here on our screen is not able to get those shrooms, he's not going to be able to catch up to you easily here, as I think France is coasting off to a very quick and easy top 6. We'll have to see how they're able to recover from this one, as a bomb is able to land on Matthew, but Sergio's own teammate getting that fireball onto him. A bullet bill being held by Comic in around 6th, 7th place. Never mind, he used it. Or maybe that was another. J-Mout from Spain moving up the pack. Or Sergio has a lot to still do. Not able to get... Oh, he is able to get that item box, but is only able to get a green. And the pack is now getting a little bit tighter here, as we do see a couple more players inching back towards Sergio in a bottom spot. Will Sergio be able to do anything about this? Has a golden now, and that's the shroom he's been waiting for at the perfect spot as well before the shortcut here. So he's going to be able to advance up the track right behind Toto in 5th place. There are a couple more Frenchmen that he has to pass by, though. He does have his teammate, though, up here in 3rd. Sheik able to help the Spanish team represent themselves up in the top spots, but it's going to be very tough for Sergio to be able to do much of anything here without the presence of his teammates next to him. Well, his teammates are moving up now. He does get that item box. A bomb isn't able to land on top of Soren, but oh my goodness, it looks like Sheik is able to get a player before getting hit by himself. And I think this might be Kamek in 2nd place. And I think that might actually be Spain in 1st place, considering they didn't throw a red when they could have. Oh, that's a crazy 8. He's going to be able to use that before the cut. He's not going to be able to land that bomb, though. Will the red go around and get him? Gets him on the line. Sergio able to get 3rd place. Matthew able to pass him at the very end there. And this might have turned out very well for Spain, actually, because... Okay, no, never mind. Holy hell. France getting top 2, 4, 5, 6. I'm not sure what happened to Spain there, but I was questioning whether Spain had 1st place because 2nd place wasn't throwing the red shell they had, but I guess he felt no need for it. And France getting off to a very, very, very impressive start there.
Yeah, Spain just seemed to fall off the cliff there at the end. I don't know what happened to them.
Yeah, they seem to have a good amount of middle spots there. And holy hell, what a race to really start off on with for Team France as Spain. They did have the potential to upset France, especially with the likes of Alex Sony with them. But considering that Alex Sony isn't going to be here, the road ahead of them is going to be very tough, for sure.
Oh, very tough indeed.
Yeah.
They're going to need to pull out all the stops against France.
Yeah, definitely. And we await those stops. We await for those to be brought out here. And a track like, what is it, Sunshine Airport, where it's going to be very hard to do that. Very hard for them to be able to advance up so easily, and we'll have to see if that's even possible for them. But for now, Sunshine Airport, Spain's going to have a very good beginning to this race if they're going to have a chance at all.
I can agree with that. Yeah, they need to get off the gates quick.
And it's going to come up to Sergio here for Team Spain on our screen. In 2nd place, not too shabby of a start here. Hasn't been hit too much as of yet, but oh my god, nearly avoiding that wheel there from their airplane. And that green shell being held up by Toto ends up getting his own teammate. Unfortunate for Team France, but they are able to get Sergio out of there in the process. So France having a lot of top spots in the first couple of seconds here.
Yeah, I've seen France run away with it on Sunshine Airport quite a few times, so...
We'll have to see if Spain will be able to do anything about that. The shock being the most potent item, especially with some of the glider parts of this course. And definitely a track that France can front run. But given that Spain seems to be getting shrooms and moving up the pack, we'll have to see if Spain is able to have their say in this race, as the momentum from these two races can definitely be hurting Spain throughout the majority of the score. But Spain did have 3, 4, 5, but not before getting triple greened in third place. Now they have, I believe, third and fifth positions right now. France having the majority of top spots right now. Watch out for the green shell, says Sergio, and it looks like something's gonna get Spain there, as France is gonna move back into top 3. I believe that was a piranha from Kiver, able to oust Spain from that third place position. And now Sergio with triple greens, he might be able to do something about this. Throwing those greens, he's able to get one. No, just kidding. The fireball is going to get onto him. He has to watch out for his teammates' greens, as he's not able to do so, and is going to get hit by his own teammate there. Back into a bottom position, and the teamwork not looking too hot from Team Spain here. But France does not care, and regardless, they still hold on to top 3 here. Golden mushroom for Sergio here as they head into the last parts of this lap 3. He's going to be able to start using this as soon as possible. Not able to get that item chain, unfortunately, for Sergio. So in that place, the shock is used, a bullet dodge and a star dodge for Spain. We'll have to see where this takes them. They most likely, definitely, certainly had to target shock some of Team France's members. We'll have to see where this lands Team Spain. We only see them in 10, 9, 8. Toto is in second place right now, and I believe France has first place, but we'll have to see what happens to Spain as they moved up the middle pack there with the use of that shock. Where will that take them? The answer, not very far, as France, regardless of that shock, is going to be able to move into top 3, 5, and 7, and 9 positions. In Spain, I mean, they had to have seen this coming before the war started, but this is not the start they wanted for sure, especially on a track like Sunshine Airport, where after the first race, it's so easy to pick up that momentum.
Yeah, France just ran away with it from the start after a few people got green shelled and piranha'd up there for Spain. They just couldn't catch up, even with that shock.
Yeah, the shock wasn't enough to help them catch up. And as we were saying at the beginning of the race, Spain, they did have some middle spots, but some of the items used by France in the upper positions certainly denied Spain of breaching those positions in the top part of the room. I think that's going to be a Neo-Bowser City, if I'm not mistaken. Could be mistaken, though.
Yeah, it's Neo-Bowser City.
All right, yeah. This is going to be another course. Spain's going to have a lot of tough time here trying to advance with the course on.
Yeah, again, this is one of those ones where if you get a good start, you can pretty much guarantee yourself the top spot.
107 to 57 as we approach the third race of the Grand Prix here. Question being, will France be able to do anything about it? We'll have to see here, as it's been quite the Grand Prix so far for France, and Spain has had no answer, no response to the surgence by Team France. And it looks like Sergio, in particular, not able to do much of anything. A lack of items for him has led to a stagnant race for him in 7th place. A fireball as well for his teammate in front of him and for him is not going to allow them to catch up. They have to be able to use this and get rid of it as soon as possible. Yeah, I don't think Sergio was able to use it in time before the item boxes, so he's not able to get an item box in time. And Spain still back here. Fortunately for Spain, nobody's been really hitting much of anybody so far, so they do have the potential to catch on up. Just as I said that, I think Spain just hit their own teammate into a wall. So Spain having 4, 5, 6. Sergio be getting rid of that red, trying to get the shrooms that he needs to get in order to catch up. And that first place is still creating a gap between him and the rest of the pack. And Spain not able to get the shrooms they need to catch up. So right now, nothing they can really do. It looks like Sergio is able to drag that bomb and is able to get some of France behind him. So, as a result, Spain still holding on to a lot of middle spots behind that top 3 of France's. We'll have to see where it lands France here, as they have been trying ever so dutifully to catch up. And now Sergio finally gets triple shrooms within reach. It looks like some of Spain's members is able to do that. France is knocked back a little bit, at least into a 4th position spot, and Spain in 3, 4, 5. 2 shroom for Sergio here. Gonna chain this to be able to catch up with the Toto. He gets another shroom, a red shell, triple reds being sent out. I think that's a blue shell as well, a shock used as well, but will the red shells be enough? And I think the red shells skip Toto. Spain moving up here towards the very end, at least a 2, 4, 5 finish for Spain. I don't think that's going to be a first place for Spain at all, though, but definitely a solid finish for them as they get 2, 4, 5, 7, and 8. And in comparison to some of their last races, that's definitely a race they will take.
without a doubt, because like especially they would have been screwed without that shock and blue, to be honest.
Yeah, certainly as a.
Because France's top 3 was running away with it.
And I think they used that shock in an effort to be able to let that blue reach its target, but I don't even know if it did. If I'm gonna be
No.
if I'm gonna be honest here, I don't think it did. And Demon still with 45 points after 3 races, having gotten first after every single race, guys. So a huge performance by Demon here. As
Yeah.
a lot to look out for here.
Yeah, Demon's a very good front runner. If he gets up there, he's one of them players that just is very hard to knock out of it.
And it looks like, by the way, shout outs to our friends at Alliance Rainbow. I believe they are streaming this one as well as Necro on Gaming Live. So if you guys want to check them out, I believe they are streaming right now. To level down. You guys can go to EndGameTV.net to check out some of those other streams as they are broadcasting right now. Shout outs to our fellow co-caster, Necro. And for now, we're going to be having a thrashing so far, with Spain looking to respond in some manner. Demon might be going for
race.
Yeah, they need to be able to do it this race and get Demon out of first place. Demon has been first place for the entirety of this Grand Prix, and Sergio wants to be able to have his say in getting him out of there. In third place, hasn't gotten redded just yet, but nearly just did. A draft from Team France lands them into the top 3 right now. A coin for Sergio won't be able to do anything to improve that, and I believe that's a red shell going onto the opposite side of the split track. So third place for Sergio. I haven't gotten redded yet, but a banana will be able to prevent that red if it comes once again. A lot of shells bouncing around near them. France does have top 2, top 3 it seems. A red shell for Sergio, and now he needs to be able to chain this red shell at this next item box and maybe catch France off guard here. Seems the pack is kind of spreading around a bit. The red going for France on the other side, but it does not connect. A sound horn only being retrieved by Sergio. He's having a lot of tough times here, trying to be able to catch up to France. He's not getting the items to allow him to do so, and he needs a shroom here to be able to do that, but he misses the item box, unfortunately. And that item box was particularly huge considering that that mud cut right there, that mud shortcut for Team Spain, and it looks like he won't be able to advance up onto that top 3. That seems to be so close to them, but the triple reds would have been so huge, but instead it's going to be a detriment to Team Spain as he gets his own teammates there. And now Sergio has to play the part of being very wary, and in the middle pack, he's going to have to deny France to be able to catch up, and if Spain are able to hold on to middle spots, this might be able to be a relatively... Oh my goodness, that bullet bill saying hello, what's up, before you kissing me on the cheek right there, and Sergio diving down to a bottom spot alongside fellow streamer Toto right beside him. Spain in 8th and 9th place. Will he be able to get shrooms? Yes, triple shrooms for him in 11th place. He has to watch out for that star there. He's able to edge him just barely and gets into that well-deserved 9th place. And I'm not sure if that was a Spanish member, but yeah, that was Kiver. Holy hell, Sergio. And Demon for 60 points. After that spectacular performance there by Sergio at the very end, Demon getting 60 points on the Grand Prix. And France, an absolutely, well, demolishing Grand Prix for them as they are able to move up into what are top spots for the Grand Prix and the war.
Wow.
And Demon,
what a start. Good
job for them. As they are, Demon able to get 60 points with France following up 35, 32, 29, and that's definitely a Grand Prix for France to start off on, as they do get a favorable result for them. I'm going to get the scores really quickly for them.
Yeah, that's what's different about this game as well. Sorry, I'd just like to note about the shells coming out.
Yeah, the shells coming out hurt a lot.
Yeah, because like the Spanish guy ahead of him, he pulled greens, triple greens, which if he didn't pull them, like if they didn't get them, he would have been able to hopefully at least try and red the top 3. But because of that and him getting hit, it just kind of guaranteed the top 3.
Certainly, the shell is like change. That's definitely a notable change from Mario Kart Wii to Mario Kart 8. Shells being brought out automatically. So it was very detrimental for all of Team Spain to have Sergio not only drop back, but the triple reds he got hurting him more than anything. Score of 194 to 134 in favor of Team France. So definitely not the biggest of leads we've seen here so far. It's certainly a A comeback is certainly possible, but it's going to be definitely hard for this Spanish squad, as they do lack one of their better players, if not their best player, in this comeback effort.
Yeah, I think that was actually the opening GP of Spain versus UK, so you never know.
Yeah, it is true. That is true. They, I think that's actually a good point. Yeah, UK was able to catch up by a good amount. Maybe some of that luck can rub off on them. We'll have to see here as this seems to be starting.
Shy Guy falls.
Shy Guy falls. Now, we don't see this too often, Jake, at least recently in this World Cup. But I remember Kiver having a top time here, correct?
Yeah, I think Kamek might as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of them two, at least.
Yeah, okay. Is it either Kamek? Yeah, okay. I think you're actually right. Kiver or Kamek. I get the K's mixed up a little bit. But yeah, we have some French really solid TTers here, and I'm very curious to see where they will land in the first opening seconds here, as we do start on Yoshi Falls. It looks like Sergio is, or Shy Guy Falls, yeah. It looks like Sergio here is in 6th place right now with the triple bananas. Those triple greens, he's gonna have to watch out here, as those triple greens are surrounding him. The green going for him, but is not able to land, connect, whatever you want to say. And France does have top spots, but Sergio still surviving to be able to have a say in this. I don't know what Sergio was doing there, but it wasn't for the best. He goes back into 11th place after a very, very, very faulty shortcut run for him. I'm very confused.
As you may not know, but there's a new streamless strat there, to make you basically
fire hop your way onto there. Yeah. Okay.
Well, you mini turbo onto there, and it allows you to take it streamless, but it's very risky.
It is very risky, especially around a pack of a lot of people, and it seemed he thought the risk was worth it, and unfortunately it didn't work out for him. But regardless, looks like he's still in 7th place, but that gap between him and the top pack is going to be very tough to overcome, as Spain faces multiple difficulties in trying to be able to catch up here.
They're going to need a lot of shrooms.
They're going to need a lot of everything here. I think Toto
coming into the grass.
I think Toto back in 12th place here for Team France. Team France having bottom 2 right now, so this is a good sign for Team Spain if they want to be able to retain onto this win. But France having bottom 2 as well as a 7-6 right now, so this might not even be the worst of races for them. We do see Demon not in first anymore. Spain having a decent hold on some of these middle spots, so will Sergio be able to do anything here and be able to... that's a star he's going to have to watch out for. Gets that shroom, chains it, but no! He falls off at the very end. He clips the rocket there. And he's going to fall off too. And Spain losing a lot of their middle spots. Oh my goodness, what a horrible ending for Spain there, especially for Sergio as he clips the rock. But Spain still able to get 1, 3, 4. And imagine, Jake, if he didn't clip onto the rock there. That could have been a top 2, 4, 5 for Spain. And that could have been the kind of comeback we saw in the UK versus Spain match.
Oh, totally. Yeah. If he didn't clip that rock, he would have been in the top 5 easy.
I think he would have been able to get maybe 3rd or 2nd place, even in a very unfortunate rock hit for Sergio there. Oh my goodness. He could have definitely not gone without that. Very unfortunate for him, as he seems to have missed the line that the shroom usage there. And I mean, that shroom usage in particular is very a little tricky there. Even with the shroom, you have to angle your drift correctly enough to be able to drift on that narrow straight and land you onto the main track. And unfortunately for him, it didn't work out that time around. It's going to cost him 231 to 179 right now. And that was a winning race for them, but it looks like they're going to have to head into the circuit race with the hopes of being able to advance onto some more top spots there. That was certainly a positive race for them. They have 3 out of the top 4 spots. Will they be able to hold on to it? We'll see here as we head on to this upcoming race. 11th place for Sergio here. Trying to get an item box. Isn't able to do so, though. Tied back here for sure. Toto in 4th, 5th place. He is around 3 of the Spanish members, and it looks like Spain is breaking off to a top 3 start with 3 of France's members right behind them. France trying to get a banana snipe in midair, but it looks like someone's able to draft the pack of the Frenchies, and it looks like it's going to be a Spain top 3-5 right now. A sound horn in 3rd as well for, I was about to say Alex Oni, but for Sergio in 3rd place, and it looks like he's going to be able to Looks like he's going to be able to hold off some of France's members as he uses that Sun Horn. And a Fireball as well in third place. This is an incredible item set of item boxes here for Sergio as he's going to be able to hold off France here. This is the race that Spain needs, and this is the comeback that we could very well see from Team Spain if they're able to. Ooh, that's not a... Okay, the Fireball did not land there, but yeah, top 3 still. Going into lap 3, Sergio does have this this French member to account for, though. Looks like Toto is right behind him.
I see Toto with the bomb.
Yeah, Toto has the bomb, but he has to get rid of it with that red shell coming by. Looks like a French member is able to advance into a third place position. Sergio uses that Sun Horn, but isn't able to connect with the Frenchman in 3-4. A Bull Bell being used behind them. It looks like Spain only has top 2 now, and France might be able to catch up. A red shell for them is going to let that red shell... Oh, it's not going to be able to connect to Kiver just yet. And Spain, they lost their top 2. They lost their top 2 for sure. And I think France is going to win that one, actually. Spain having the comeback race potentially broken by that French advancement towards the lap 3 ending of that race. But my, oh my, Spain definitely not having the race they wanted to have towards the end there.
It was a promising first 2 laps.
Yeah, it certainly was. And Spain definitely not getting the race they wanted to have. And it certainly didn't turn out in their favor, but they were able to at least win it by a decent amount, or maybe even come within a close amount. I know the result wasn't the best it could have been for Spain, but it certainly wasn't the staggering losses we've seen. I'll be right back in like literally 2 seconds.
Okay, that's fine. But yeah, that was so close to Spain being able to have at least a good comeback. At least a good start of a comeback anyway. That's what I was meant to say.
Yep, you're fine, you're fine. Thank you for covering the mic for a couple of seconds. 272 to 220. So hope is not over for the Spaniards. And although they lack Alex Sony, a story is being painted here. Will they be able to do anything without their best lineup by any means? Cheeseland might be the answer here.
It can go one of 2 ways. It can either be... what am I trying to say here? It can either be very topsy-turvy with people streaming up every now and then, or a couple people can break away and it stay pretty stagnant.
We'll have to see how it evolves.
That's how it tends to work for me.
Yeah, we'll have to see how it evolves, and we'll have to see if your callouts are correct here, as seems as if Spain is able to get back into top spots once again. It seems like they've been able to eliminate a lot of the French presence up here. And now, I may have spoken a little bit too soon. Spain getting knocked by a shell back from 5th to bottom spot, but France hitting that change up, or the change up, seeking their character model, as it looks like France is sent back into a bottom spot. Another red shell for Team Spain, and now Spain only holds on to 2-3. Will Sergio be able to do anything about it? A green shell being sent for Matthew, but it's not going to be sent soon enough. The green shell will be bouncing around for a while. Triple reds. Oh god, J-Mod has to let his teammate ahead of him. It looks like Sergio... Oh my goodness, unfortunate for Sergio, but he is able to get 2 reds onto Team France. Yeah, he gets France out of there. He gets France out of first place for now. But it looks like France... Another red for him. And it looks like he's going to be able to get a second place out of first place. And now Sergio in first place for now. He does not have an item. He is vulnerable to the claws of Matthew, as Matthew looks like he's going to be able to move on up to first place. A very close affair here between the Spaniard and the Frenchman on our screens here. But it looks like Sergio is the only Spaniard in a top spot, as Kiver and Toto here are able to get streams to move up. So Sergio needs more help from his teammates if Spain is going to have a inkling of a chance here, as he has fallen back a decent amount. And now the question remains, is Sergio going to be able to stay up? And the answer is no. France has top 4 now. And it looks like Sergio won't be able to do much of anything here as he gets triple reds. And I don't think he's going to be able to catch up with this. Maybe if he was in 5th place, he'd be able to do something about it. But no. Not in a good position. He gets triple reds. Is able to ride a Frenchman. But he needs shrooms at this point. Reds will not be good enough for him. He gets that star, and he will be able to take the cut here. So we will be able to advance and keep a hold on to that 7th place, I believe. Yes. 7th place for him at the end of that race. But France having that top 3 or top 4 race for them. Top 3, 5 for them. And that says goodbye to a potential French comeback. As France was up on the... Or Spain, sorry. Spain was on the come up, but it looks as though that bottom 4 for Spain is not going to help them in the slightest, and definitely Spain sees a little bit of a hindrance, a little bit of a stop to that comeback they were hoping to pursue.
Yeah, without a doubt.
I mean, that top 3 from France just managed to break away because they had pulled the shrooms early and managed to hold them for the cut every lap.
Yeah, I think that should be noted, especially towards the end of lap 2. Looks like 2 of the top 4 positions carried by France were both able to get triple shrooms. And fortunately enough for France, that was the deciding factor in that race for Cheeseland. And of course, the Cheeseland pick can go either way. But Spain not able to get the shrooms they really needed to get.
Yep. And that cost them.
326 to 348. They are now losing a decent amount now. What was a 52-point deficit is now certainly a bigger deficit now. 326 to 248, nearly we're at a 40 or 80-point deficit. And so they head on
76.
to 76. Okay. No, 78. Yeah. We are mathematicians here on EndGameTV as we approach Cloud Top Cruise. Sergio with the green. He's going to throw it early and is able to get a Frenchman up in the top spot. He's going to be bumped around a couple of times before getting sent back in the 9th place with triple greens. He's going to have to watch it here as he is around a couple of teammates here. He's able to get one onto a teammate and one onto a Frenchman. Going to hold on to that green shell as it looks like he is in 5th place. Going to throw that green shell in the hopes of getting a Frenchman after these fire hops here. He's able to catch up onto Toto a little bit, actually. And I think he sniped Toto out of there. Yeah, that's a snipe on Toto, and Spain, 2-3-4.
Good snipe.
It's the 3rd race in a row where we've seen a promising start for Spain. Will they be able to capitalize on this promising start, having 2-3-4? I don't know why he threw that red shell. I have no idea why he threw that red shell to his teammate, but Sergio getting his teammate out of 3rd place, and now Spain only having 2-3, and I'm at a loss of words. I'm at a loss.
I'd have to assume that was a misclick, to be honest.
That had to be a misclick. There's a blue shell in play, and I think that's a Frenchman in top spots. And it looks like Sergio's going to be able to delay France, but only for so long as Spain only has 1 spot up there. And Sergio's mistake will cost Spain very dearly here as they've not only lost 1, but now 2 spots in top spots. He is able to get that item box, though. A shroom for him in 6th place is going to have him in 4th place, I believe, by a narrow margin going into lap 3. He definitely needs to catch up for his team here as he is in 4th place. He's going to have to watch out for this triple reds in front of him, though. Is able to get that item box. It does get triple shrooms, but do you really want to catch up onto that 4th place there? Triple shrooms for him, and he's going to run into that red shell there, and he's now into a middle spot behind the block of Team France here in middle spots.
Yeah, at this point, if they don't have shock and they can't target shock, this doesn't look good.
There is a shock in play. There is a star in play. They do target shock them, and it's as if the gods are watching over your words, Jake, because he is able to get a shock for Team Spain, and it looks like Sergio is able to get that shroom at the very end, but it's not going to be enough. Spain is able to get the target shock. Sergio getting into 8th place, but only after his teammate getting knocked back into a further back position. That shock was nowhere near good enough to be able to knock France out of a top spot there. And honestly, I thought after that shock, Spain would have had a chance there, but oh my goodness, that was heartbreaking for Spain as it looked like they were going to be able to catch up there with the last second shock, but not the case. Not the case for sure, as the Spanish top spot was removed from 2nd place, I believe, and into a bottom spot from that shock. So I think that's going to be RIP Spain.
Yeah, they probably should have done it in the first cannon. That might have been better.
Yeah, if they did it in first, I think it just came down to a question of whether they even had shock or not. I wouldn't be surprised if they just obtained it then, because that gap right there, that the glider part right there toward the end of Cloud Top Cruise, not the most favorable of positions to use a target shock. So I would assume that. I would assume that they had to use it there.
Yeah. Yeah, true, actually.
380 to 276, now more than a 100-point deficit. And if we're going to get an update from that Canada War, 2 races left and Canada's up by 14.
Oh, no, that is close.
Yeah, that is very close. And actually, I might put a little bit of a side still here. As I will try to get a little bit of a look into whether that match is going well. So we'll be having that on the side for, I believe, the last match. The last race, sorry. But for now, we will be continuing with this matchup between Spain versus France. I'll be putting this on the side for you guys. Definitely
This is destroying Spain's plus-minus as well.
some close matches is happening right next to each other right now. And yeah, Spain's plus-minus, they definitely had at least a solid plus-minus before this, but right now it doesn't seem to be the case, especially after what's happening in this clan match. We'll have to see how it evolves over time, as definitely it looks like Spain has something to prove here. Going into TikTok clock. 6th place for Sergio here. No item box for him just yet. Single shroom for him though. We'll have to see. Oh, there's a blue shell. A very early blue shell being had here.
My, oh my.
And it looks like, oh no, he's got to watch out for that red shell. Yeah, Sergio notices the red shell, but it's too late. In France, they did have top 3, and now they have top 4 after the blue shell. In Spain, you got to wonder where they are right now.
They're just not there. They're just not up there.
Yeah,
Where are they?
I don't know where they are. That's like I'm at an absolute loss for words here, because you look on the minimap and there's absolutely nowhere to be found for the Spanish squad in a time that they need them most. And Sergio, I'm sure, is a little bit upset at that, but he still remains in 6th place and has to do whatever he can to keep Spain in this, or at least keep the point differential down. He does have that piranha plant, but oh my goodness, Sergio, por favor. He's going to drop onto that. He's going to keep a hold on to that piranha plant, but not before dropping a spot and dropping even more spots due to that green shell being bounced around him. And France, it looks like you were talking about Soren beforehand. He is that missing link we didn't really know too much about. Doesn't look like he's doing as well as his other French teammates here. But France, regardless, hopping off to a very, very good start on TikTok clock and the war. As triple shrooms will probably not be enough for Sergio to be able to catch on up to the French
Yeah,
squad.
at this point, they're just too far ahead. There's just nothing you can do.
Triple shrooms for Sergio, going to be having him land into either 8th or 9th place here. And what is a disappointing finish for the two teams. And with that being said, Spain is going to have a disappointing result. As we go back to, oh my goodness. That was a thrashing.
Oh.
That was a thrashing. That was a results hearing that Sergio definitely wanted to scroll through very quickly. And guys, we're going to tune really quick. I don't know if you have the stream on right now, Jake, but the last race for Canada versus Netherlands is starting right now. GV2, I don't know if you'll be able to make it on time even, but it's starting right now, actually. GV2, I know, and if I'm going to get a point differential update right now, Canada was up by 14 before the last race, so we'll have to see how this race turns out.
Oh, there's an ad. No.
No, that's very unfortunate for a race that lasts like 50 seconds. We don't know the score as of right now, but Canada did have plus 12 before this race. We'll have to see how this lands Canada. We do have an insight into their call. May moving up with the golden shroom. Will he be able to do much of anything? He does move up into what is a Canada top 3 here. And now he is the Dutch's only presence up here. Going into lap 3, he misses the boost pad due to some bumps, but it looks like Mikey did as well. Canada, top 2-4. Canada might be able to clinch their spot into the World Cup quarterfinals with the win of this match. Netherlands in 3-4. But it looks like Trix is going to be greened. Another Canadian member is going to be greened. Canada on 2-3. A blue shell sent out, I think. A blue shell sent out for Johan. And it looks like May's moving up into the first place. Leroy right behind him. This might be the finish that Netherlands needed to catch up onto this quarterfinal spot. A shock being used at the end. And oh my goodness, I am praying for Canada right now, because if they do not win this race by a sizable amount, this might be them losing their quarterfinal spot. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't know. Top 2-4. Canada was winning by 12, 2 races before this. I simply do not know the result of this.
Wow.
I do not know. And I feel very uncomfortable not knowing, because that was a very close match to decide the outcome of Group C. I just simply don't know. We'll have to see
What a
here.
way to finish, though.
It finished, definitely, for sure. I'm going to ask really quickly how the match went right now, because that's a match we need to know. I don't know. I don't know. Netherlands went 4v5 or 5v6 that race too. And they were able to get top 2-4 out of that. So that was really, really impressive from them. Canada apparently won. And I think that's got to be a bonus point. I think that's really got to be a bonus point, at least for the Netherlands. But still, very, very shocking result here. As Canada, I think they may have just clinched their spot into 3rd place. certainly having not clinched it per se, but they've definitely put their foot forward in advancing.
Yeah, like that win again. If Netherlands needed to win against Canada there to come back a bit, but hey ho.
Oh
Canada.
no! Oh no! It looks like Netherlands lost by 30 points, even with that promising win at the very end. So I think the race. So before the last two races, it looked as though Canada was up by 12, and now I don't think that is the case anymore. Of course, I think it looks like France and Spain. We'll be resuming with France and Spain now, but definitely a close result at the very end for the Dutchmen, as they weren't able to pull it out towards the end there. So we will get the scores back online for you guys. And we will get some of the game audio going. Yeah, there we go. I believe a Baby Park was just played, by the way, so that's the reason why you don't see a race being played. Sorry if you were wanting to watch some Baby Park, and I know I was wanting to watch some of that, but we had to be able to look to see if there was a good outcome out of that last result for either team. We'll see so far. We'll have to see so far if the result is favorable for either team right now. 495 to 325 for France.
Oh, that's
I don't know about that. I don't know about this, dude. I mean, as much as I'd like to say I came into this to this match with an open mind, I don't know. This one's going to be a pretty tough one for France and Spain to for Spain to overcome.
Yeah.
They're at the very least.
They still,
go on.
Sorry, they still got to play Netherlands. Or have they played Netherlands?
Let me see here. I'm going to take a quick look at the group standings here. France has. I don't think France has played the Netherlands yet, but I might be wrong on that. Do not quote me on that. We'll have to see here. We'll have to see here. But yeah, Spain, Sergio in 7th place right now. He does have that red shell. He's behind a couple of France's members, but it goes for the one member with triple bananas, and he ends up getting hit by a single green shell, being held by Kiver. So of course, not the best of luck. His red ended up going for the only person that could have avoided it, but he is in 11th place. Should be able to get a favorable item. That is a star for him, and hopefully he should be able to catch up, especially through the use of this shortcut. We'll see here. But he goes into 10th place right now and is able to move up into 9th place, it seems. For now, Toto in 1st place. Not too much competition around him. It looks like a French member is right beside him, so no worries for him. And we'll have to see how this pans out, as he is in 1st place right now. Towards the lap 3 of Twisted Mansion. Twisted Mansion not so favored by the players starting off in 1st place, as this is very susceptible to a lot of drafting at the very beginning. But it looks like it went in France's favor. And that bomb being dropped right after the shortcut from that crazy. It was not able to get Sergio at the end there. We'll go ahead and take a look at Sergio once again, as he is in 7th place, right behind Kiver. 8th place, lap 3 of Twisted Mansion. He doesn't have an item right now, but he will be getting one soon enough. As it looks to be, that shock being used. France not just running to the red shell just yet, but I think that might have been a Spain shock. We'll see here as Spain is in 4-5. A crazy 8 having been used by him. Will he be able to get anybody with this? A bomb being, oh my goodness, Sergio, where are you? He's bouncing from wall to wall. I don't know if he'll be able to, yeah, he will not be able to get 6th place from that, but a very chaotic ending for Spain there. And Spain able to use that shock to get 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Not too shabby for the Spanish side.
That's better. That's better.
Definitely, yeah, it's definitely something that we could be seeing. We could have seen earlier out of Team Spain. And although I think we only have one race left, they really want to keep this point differential as low as possible. But with that being said, I think France has clinched the win. So congratulations to France for having won this event, or won this race in particular, won this match, and will be, I think, have clinched their spot into the quarterfinals. Actually, with a win over Spain, they will have gone 3-0, and that should be a clinching.
Yeah, without doubt. Well, I think.
Yeah, it looks like a. I think, yeah, they will be 3-0, and I think they have clinched a top 2 position in this group. So, interesting stuff here.
I'd say they might have already guaranteed first, unless the UK is able to somehow absolutely destroy them, which I just which, you know.
That'll be a little bit of a tough task. Now, we did see some notable changes, though. We did see Xander play for you guys once again. I mean, we'll talk about it a little bit since the match is a little bit more or less decided, but what do you think the impact of Xander playing again for United Kingdom might be?
It would have helped because he is one of our best players, so having him there would have just enabled us to have a bit more presence at the front, and just to see it out, really.
Do you guys think you have a chance versus Team France? Given what's been happening before our eyes today, do you think you guys have a chance to take on a lineup with the likes of Kamek, Kibber, Matthew, Toto?
We're going to need to be at our absolute best in order to have a chance against France, I reckon.
And you do have Xander playing for you.
Needs to bring out a closer best lineup.
Yeah, definitely you'll need to bring out some of your best lineup there. And I hope Xander will be in it, as he has played for the first time in a couple months, and he was able to score well against China this morning. We look forward to that matchup as France. Although they have shown their dominance in the majority of this war, they definitely do not have first right now with Sergio for the first time in first place for a long duration of time, as he is leading the pack of a lot of French people in middle spots right now, and that's pretty much been the tale of the match so far today. Spain having 2 and 3 right now. Actually, Spain having top 3 right now. Yeah, but this is a triple shroom opportunity for Toto in 4th place, and he's got to be very wary of. Is he holding onto that red shell, and I can imagine he wants to hold this red shell for Toto's blood. He's out for blood here, as he's not opting for any other item here. Toto's going to try to get onto this cut here. Will he use the red soon enough? No, not just yet. And now Toto all of a sudden in first place. A first place for him, a red shell being sent, but it won't be soon enough. And Toto in first place, ahead of Sergio here in 2nd. Looks like Liu Jin is able to catch up just a bit there. And Spain, ooh, they have that red shell, and it looks like Toto won't be able to avoid this one as he is holding onto a shroom. He will be able to use the shroom to be able to catch up, though. In France, they do have, I believe, 1-3 right now. Matthew has opted to use the shroom before the shortcut, though, which I'm not too sure if that was the best of moves, but Sergio only able to get a coin, so that works out for them. We'll have to see who passes them. 1, 2, 3 people pass, 4, 5 people pass them. A red shell connects onto both Spain and France there, as I think Sergio won't be able to pass him in at the end. No, and Sergio will be finishing with a 9th place position after having front ran a lot of that. And France, top 2, 4, 5, and 7 and 8 to end what was a very dominant race and war for Team France, as I believe they break the 550 mark there with that race. And that is quite the showing by Team France, and what is a win for Team France. And congratulations to Team France, as I believe they have clinched their #1 spot, or at least come very close to clinching a top 2 spot in their Group C of the Mario Kart 8 World Cup. And so we'll have to see here how this affects the teams here in Group C and abroad.
Yeah, totally. That was
Really strong